I'm CK. Today we've got another kit from Velleman Whadda. It's actually produced by MadLab. This is their Wonky Wire kit. Looks like a simple little game. We'll put it together, see if we learn anything from it, and see if it's fun to play. And I hope you enjoy the video. The box, Whadda, which is what Velleman is rebranding themselves to. MadLab electronic kit, Wonky Wire. I think it's, you take this loop of wire and try and trace it around there without setting off the alarm. It's a game, soldering, level 1, so it's supposed to be pretty simple. Test the steadiness of your hand. Trace the outline of the wire, 9-volt battery, not included, and it's a soldering kit. And circuit board, some wire, some other wire, 4 resistors, couple of caps, a trimmer, 2 transistors probably, I don't know what that might be, and that little piezo speaker that we've seen so much. Let's see what's inside it. Come on. Huh. It's one of the old ones with a piece of paper still in it. So that's it for the box. We'll get it ready for recycling. Now we'll open this up. Let's make things. Okay, oh, that looks like the thing I couldn't identify. Looks like a piece of shrink wrap. Looks like a couple of pieces of shrink wrap, probably to insulate the wire when you're holding it or something like that. It's open. Let's take the circuit board out first. And we've got Wonky Wire, madlab.org. Put the wand in here and the wire goes here. 2 capacitors, 2 transistors. This is from 2017. Pitch, that must be what the trimmer is for. Resistor 1, 3, 1, 4. Battery comes in here. Piezo speaker goes here, and the variable. Well, I wonder what this is then, because if the variable resistor, which sets the pitch, goes here, I don't know what that's going to be. Huh. I don't know. And I guess it'll kind of stand up like that when we're done. We'll dump the parts out. Not that there are many parts, that's for sure. 2 resistors, 1 battery terminal, and another battery terminal, so that's why this looks the way it does, because we're going to mount the battery terminal kind of like that, probably. It would make sense, because it'll conduct from there and it'll pick up from there. Then there's also 2 little solder pads here. I don't know what that's for. In fact, it might not be used. I'm looking to see against the light. No, there are no, oops, there are no traces associated with it. I don't know what it's there for. Okay. And we should have a trimmer somewhere here. And we should have oh, here they are. Gosh, they're in the foam to protect their pins, which I appreciate since I get so many bent pins. There's the pitch trimmer for the piezo speaker. There's the piezo speaker itself. It is not showing as being polarized, and for piezo that makes sense since it's simply voltage, not polarity. And we've got 2 transistors, a BC547. This one should be another 547. And that's another 547. And that's it. The only mystery is going to be what resistor goes where. Because everything else is pretty much can only go one place. So we'll bring the build guide up. Oh no, we don't bring the build guide up. They gave us a piece of paper, remember? You already said it. So the resistors go, the 1Ks go in R1 and R4, and the 47Ks go in 2 and 3. Cap, variable resistor, transistors, piezo, battery, place on solder side, yes. And then the antlers, which are the wires, and you're going to put the shrink wrap at the base of the wire so it doesn't automatically ground itself out. Loop and solder, wand, and it looks all pretty simple. So this one might go pretty quickly. So let me get the soldering iron heated up and we'll get this thing put together. And as I say, first thing we're going to do is the resistors, and we'll do the 47K ones first, just because that's what I picked up first. We'll put one in R2 to begin, so we can get a feel for how the board takes solder and how wide we have to fold the leads in so they go through the holes well. Board takes solder just fine. So I will put all 4 of these resistors in, and since there are so few of them, we're not even going to get a good resistor time out of this. So I'm probably not even going to speed the playback up, simply because by the time I speed the playback up, it'll just go zip zip, so we'll just stay live right now. Now we'll put the caps in, so this is part of the oscillation circuit between the 2 caps and the 2 transistors. When the wire wand is touching the loop, when they touch each other, they'll make a buzz, and that will go over to the piezo speaker through the variable resistor. Man, they put those holes way far away from each other. That's no good. Should have put the holes a little bit closer together. I'm just going to go ahead and womp everything on except for the battery connectors right now. No, I'm not, because I don't want to, because I'm going to have to manipulate the variable resistor a little bit more. No, I won't. No, that stays in pretty well. I'll just flare the leads just a hair. And we'll put the piezo speaker in too, because we're just on a roll here. Again, there are 3 connections here that I don't know what they're supposed to be. Maybe it's for testing it. Who knows? I don't. And again, since piezo just matters with current on-off, you don't have to worry about polarity for that. Now I'll solder these connections all together. I'm going to put the battery connections on now, and we're going to want to do the octagonal one. Is that octagonal? 2, 4, 6. No, it's hexagonal. We're going to want... Well, that's kind of bizarro. I kind of want this to go up. I want it to face up, not down. I mean, if it faces down, like so, and the battery's going to go on like so, and is it supposed to I don't want it to stand up like that. I don't like that. Again, it doesn't make any sense. If we put the battery connections here, as the pins align it to let's see if, I guess it might hold it. But that doesn't, I'm sorry, I'm mumbling because, well, I'm going to do something different here, kids, because I don't want to do that. Hold on a second, I'll be back in just a second. Grabbed another kit I did a number of months ago. I'll just clip off the battery snap connector from this and use this because I don't want to use that other thing. Set it right there, glob some solder. Dandy. Now we'll take the one piece of wire, the bare piece of wire, which will be the path you've got to follow with your wand. Maybe I should do the wand first because we got to loop it around. That would be wise. And we're going to strip more insulation off this so we can make a good loop. Get some needles. Pull this insulation all the way off. Come on. Come on. Be nice. Play nice. You don't want me to get the Nipex out again after you, do you? I guess you do. I'll have to do it in segments, I guess. Because it's being very recalcitrant. Oh, come on. And I'm going to use this last little bit of insulation to give it a good twist. Oops, and we got whiskers. It broke. The wire strands broke. Must be aluminum plated. Well, that's no good. That's no good. I'm going to wrap it around a little bit where it's frayed itself off. Get some locking tweezers to stand it upright. Like so, and I'm just going to tin the heck out of it. Get solder all over the little guy. Keep those strands together and keep it from breaking any further. That's fine by me. Now, of course, it's hot, but I don't care. I'm going to loop this around, and I could twist it. Or I could just solder it together. Doesn't much matter. I mean, this loop doesn't technically have to be closed, so I'm not too worried about it. So that's the loop. Put the other end in the little guy's hand. Oops. It's donut holing. There we go. When the solder hole is too big for the wire or the component leg that goes in it, it's kind of, I call it donut holing. The solder goes on the solder pad but doesn't fully go around the wire or the component leg, and you gotta watch out for that, because of course you don't get good contact then. You also are exposed to corrosion in something that may be more critical than a simple little game than this, like this, not than this. You notice I did put the little pieces of shrink tubing on. Now I'm going to put the wand around the wire here. Put this through like so. Solder it down. Wonderful. Now we'll slide the pieces of tubing. Let me stand this up a little bit. Slide the pieces of tubing around so there is not a completed circuit when we rest the wand in its resting position. Now we can configure the wire loop any way we want to make it more challenging and change it around in the future. Where's my... I can't find it again. Where is my pan of ice? Just because I make fun of it all the time, I think it's become all sensitive and it runs away. Let me find... I have two of them, so I probably have another one. I mean, seriously, guys, I have two of these, and they are both vanished. Okay. Again, the way the battery holder works was ill-planned, and I don't like it, so I'd rather stand it up some other way. Let me tilt this so y'all can see. Now I'm going to hook the battery up, one of my rechargeable 9 volts. Oops, that's because it's already touching. You can see it works pretty well. Okay. Okay. Oops, I forgot to put the little pitch knob in. It's this little plastic piece goes in the center of the variable resistor. Now we're going to go along and oops. Nope. I should probably take my visor off. Okay, now we're going to guide it, the wire around the big loop without making any noise. We're doing really well. Up. Now let me adjust the pitch. Go way high. Let's see. Can we do it? Can we go all the way around? Oh, nope. Start again. Go all the way around. Yep, nope. I'm not any good at this. But that's what it does. It's kind of fun. I think it's a very simple kit. Would be a great first kit for a youngster, except you'll have to work out how you want to connect the battery. The only thing besides the battery that's a little touchy is the fact that the holes for the transistor are so wide apart, but just help the youngster out with that and you'll be fine, and then they can play with this. It's not a bad little test of dexterity. So all in all, a fine kit. And I hope you enjoyed the video.